stand by. The vacuum tubes are warming up. This is a special live broadcast right here on Georgia Radio.
Well, it's always great when friends stop by, especially friends that like to hunt. And today we're turning our attention because, as you know, deer season, it's right around the corner here in Georgia. Bow season opens real soon. And I wanted to have some friends on that could talk to us about the reality of hunting products. So this is going to be a lot of fun. If you've been poking around the internet anytime and you've been looking for blinds, and if you're in Georgia and you're looking at the really nice ones, you got to find something that's insulated. You got to find something that you can drag into the woods because it's hot here in Georgia. But it also gets pretty cold. So having an insulated blind, it kind of checks all the boxes, especially if you want to be able to use this thing all season long and maybe even into the summer. Our friends at Orion Hunting Products have something that is really, really cool. And this is not a paid endorsement, but we've got a guy on here that can really talk about it. Mr. John Ortenberger is joining me now. John, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So the cool thing about this is that you don't really need to put it on a trailer. I mean, I guess you would, but it all comes apart. Your blind is completely modular in the
Correct.
way it's constructed. Talk to me about this.
Yeah, absolutely. So Orion, at its very beginning, wanted to answer the question of how do I get a premium box blind back into the spots that you can't reach with a tractor. So we came up with this modular design. We have a quick latch system, so it's tool free. You can go from exposed to enclosed in about 5 to 10 minutes. Each panel weighs between 15 and 35 pounds, 40 pounds, something like that. So it's easy for one person to haul in. It comes shipped on a pallet, so that it's a 4x4 pallet, can slide right into your truck bed. And it's extremely easy to get in as far as you want to your access point, and then panel by panel haul it back.
And let's talk about the construction of this. This is durable stuff. It's 2-inch, it looks like almost 2-inch foam.
Yes.
That has metal on the outside and then carpeting on the inside. Talk to us about how these things are made.
Absolutely. The blinds are made of a 2-inch aluminum structural insulated panel. So what that means is there's a thin sheet of aluminum a thin sheet of aluminum, 2 inches of foam, aluminum, and sound densifying carpet on the inside. So you got a kind of a sandwich of foam where the aluminum gives it the structure it needs to be durable, and the foam gives you the insulation you need for sound suppression, scent suppression, and of course keeping warm in the colder hunting months.
You guys are up in Michigan, and you know all
Yes,
about cold. And we have another reason down here in Georgia for wanting something insulated in the hot months of the summer. When you might want to be out in your blind kind of scoping things out for the upcoming season or setting up a camp, whatever it is, this thing could accommodate you really all season long in a state like Georgia.
Absolutely. The insulative quality of the product goes both ways. There are products out there you can heat your blind up with, but there's also products out there you can cool your blind down with. And the insulation helps you regulate that temperature without excessive use of fuel or anything like that.
So if you're on leased land, I mean, this is becoming really attractive. You're not trying to haul in a blind that's several hundred pounds and then, have a skid steer out there with a forklift on it that can move it into position. You just literally take this thing out in the bed of your pickup truck or your side-by-side and set it up.
Yes, sir. The blind makes it really easy to get into those spots a tractor can't reach. A lot of our customers don't own tractors, so they have to rent them. It just takes one layer of complexity out of the whole thing, and you still get a really high quality product.
How'd you get into this, John?
Personally, my background, I come from Boss Snowplow, which is actually across the street from here. the owners of Orion started this product. They had a startup company. It's a little bit of a startup company. It's been around for about 10 years, but the last 4 years is when we got into big production. And this last fall, I found the opportunity to join the team. And, it's been a kind of a wild ride over the last year or two.
What do you think?
Extremely exciting.
What do you think most people miss when they go looking for a blind? What's the thing that we should all be looking at that we're not looking at?
Well, I think when you're looking for a blind, you want to be able to get to where the big game is. Rarely you can't. A tractor can't reach a spot where the actual elusive bucks are, or whatever you're hunting. Being able to set up wherever those animals are is going to give you the edge on your game. So getting yourself a product that allows you to do that and kind of allows you to break free of the chains of what traditional blinds would allow, will give you the upper edge on your your hunting buddies, if you will.
All right, this is a question that was posed to me. I was showing some friends this stuff that is on your website, which, by the way, huntorion.com. We'll quick link it into the show story here. So if you're listening to this on the live stream, as soon as the podcast is up, you'll be able to see huntorion.com and all of the stuff right there on the website. This was a good question, though. I'm looking for a blind that is a permanent install. Can this blind be a permanent install if you don't want to move it somewhere? Let's say you want to set it up and leave it. Can it withstand the elements and hold up out there?
Absolutely, yes. I would say 95% of our customers that I've spoken with leave their blind up all year long. We've had customers that have reported trees falling on them after leaving them out all season, and they're able to basically fix the blind. It's completely sturdy enough to withstand a couple of hits, and it's the weather seal, the Quick-Latch design puts about 1,400 pounds of force around the blind on the seals, keeping weather, whether it's rain, snow, sleet, wind, all of that stays out. So absolutely, yes.
One of the complaints that came in when we was talking about putting this show together, some of the fiberglass blinds, some of the more popular fiberglass blinds, they're known for leaking around the window, and your windows, you say they're weatherproof, 100%.
Yes, sir. So our window is our proprietary design. We, in one of our earlier editions of the blind, we used a kind of a multiple piece window that's pretty common on the market. We found with the earlier generations that we too had leaking issues, and we wanted to get rid of that. So we took it in-house, designed it the way we would want it. One for operational efficiency. It's a one-piece design. Can go right into the hole that we cut into the panel. So it makes it easy for us to assemble. But because it's one piece and we use a EPDM seal all the way around the outside, there's very few spaces for water to get in there. So it really is a unique design to the industry.
Now we can hear all the machines running in the background. This stuff's American made right there in Michigan, isn't it?
Yes, sir. We do for all of our towers, we fabricate them here in Iron Mountain, and the steel is U.S. sourced. Our blinds are assembled here in the panels are assembled here. We do the lamination process, everything up to machining them out and final assembly.
I was poking around your website earlier, and this just cracked me up. Snake test approved and critter proof. Did you do the snake test, or do you know the guy that can verify?
The snake test.
The snake test is what my dyslexic self saw when I was reading it. But yeah,
that's all right.
The shake test. Let's talk about that, because I thought this was pretty funny, though. The shake test and the critter proof, and you say rot resistant. Folks find mice in blinds. You get bugs, and down here you get black widows. You get all kind of, insects and stuff. This thing, that seal that you were talking about, that 1,400 pounds of pressure that comes in from this lock, this thing keeps it. I mean, it does. It keeps it really tight.
Yes. The one thing that we don't use in any of our products is wood. Wood allows insects to get in. Insects create a food source for birds, for mice, for whatever. Our blind is not a suitable habitat for critters.
Yeah, they don't want to be.
Not to say we haven't had bears and bobcats try to get in,
right,
but they've been unsuccessful.
That's great. Of course, you've got lockdown stuff and your stands that these can be elevated on. They follow the same model where it's easy to take down, but it's also secure enough, as you said, John, that you can leave it up year round. You make feeders. You make all kind of stuff. They're at Orion, and the best part is it's available on your website, but you do have an extensive dealer network if folks want to go and see this stuff.
Yes, we do. We try to manufacture a lot of products that accentuate the category, and our dealer network is growing every year to support that. So we've got a growing network of dealers throughout Georgia.
You've got stuff up near Rome in North Georgia, right on the west side of Atlanta there, Augusta, even down there. A lot of our listeners down there in sort of southeast Georgia, Sylvania Sportsman in Sylvania, Georgia. And then if you go over to the west side down there in Cuthbert, Top Bait Outdoors. But you've got stuff just all around, really all around the state of Georgia.
Yeah. It's as our company grows and our dealership network grows, we are becoming a lot more accessible to our customers.
Well, I think it's great, John, and I'm looking forward to the season getting off and running. But if folks want to reach out, if they've got questions, are you coming to Buck-A-Rama? Are you coming to any of the big shows in the Southeast that they can come and find you at?
So we are actually coming to Field and Stream Music Fest in Winnsboro, South Carolina, coming up here in October. So that is, we are the official hunting sponsor for that. That's happening October 4th through the 6th. So we'll have a booth there, and we're looking forward to engaging with our customers and hopefully a lot more new customers as well.
All right. Who else do we need to have on the show? Who are your hunting buddies that we need to have on and talk about good stuff? Do you have any recommendations? I'm going to ask everybody this. So.
All right. Well, I would definitely, look at, Silencer Central. I believe they're also another a sponsor of that event.
There you go.
Onyx Hunt. You got a lot of good brands out there that I'm sure would happy to jump on.
There you go. Well, John, number one hunting tip from you personally.
Don't get discouraged by a bad year.
I was waiting for you to say buy an Orion blind.
Oh, well, in that case, buy an Orion blind.
There you go.
Stand in the feeder. That is going to be your number one ticket to, at least, if you even have a bad year, at least you're comfortable while you're doing it.
That's right. Well, now's the time to be getting this stuff ready. So again, huntorion.com. John, thanks for coming on the show today. Really a great time.
Thank you for having me, Matt.
Georgia Radio. Good company and great country.